For 16 years, Foundation for Louisiana has worked to create a thriving and just Louisiana by working alongside our communities to confront the issues that most deeply impact our home. Part of that work is by exploring how healing and healing justice gets embedded in all we do. Foundation for Louisiana's Racial Justice Program is committed to resourcing freedom work centered on healing and transformation. This Black History Month, we acknowledge the collective impact of our Black history on advancing progressive policy, leading social change movements and civil resistance, and propelling arts, culture, and creative expression. We invite you to acknowledge and explore the rich and knowledgeable community of local healers and practitioners that have been sustaining us for generations as we continue to march towards joy, justice, and liberation.
We're all navigating this social construct of race.
We have dealt with a lot in regards to hurricanes, and it's a lot of post-traumatic stress that we deal with as Black New Orleanians. It's super important for us to be able to just have an outlet to heal.
We take that with us in our DNA. We take that with us through our bloodlines from generation to generation, and we've never had the intervention we need to understand why social, emotional, and behavioral support is needed. And all of that makes up our mental health. All of those things are facets of that.
The healing practice I engaged in is that of Christianity. I offer people Christ Jesus. Jesus was a healer, mind, soul, body, and spirit. And I believe that we all have a connection to God.
Genesis 1, verse 29, Ezekiel 47:12, and Revelations 22 in a second. It talks about the body, the temple got to be healed in order to reflect. So let's look at food and mind, body, let's look at it as love. If you can't love yourself, you can't possibly give me love.
As I began to heal myself through going to therapy and many other ways of healing, I started making realizations about how precious it is to have your sanity and how precious that is to the children that you're raising.
Teaching mothers how to be empowered when they went to their physicians with their mates, because we also taught their mates the joy of breastfeeding.
Original thought stems from something Dr. Sebi taught us of when the Black woman used to get things off of the trees and go outside in nature. It was just a lot of things that didn't come with that. The one thing that the mother gives the baby, the man, whoever else comes in, is the food.
The food is actually light, and when we intake the food, which is vegetables and plants, photosynthesis from the sun gives the light codes, and in turn we eat the plants that in turn gives us light energy, light consciousness.
I think that cultural activism is one of the most important things because as far as I'm concerned, culture will dictate a person's worldview. Culture encompasses all the mores and behaviors and beliefs of a people, mindset, food, religion, the whole 9 yards, military, social, politics, land, your relationship to the land and earth, all of that comes from culture.
Congo Square plays a really important role in the health of New Orleans because it's sacred ground. It's a place where you go to pray. We always do libations every Sunday, so we call on our ancestors.
If we want to get close to the ancestors, we think the ancestors come from the dirt or in the dirt. Guess what else comes from the dirt? The food, real food.
I think that in taking care of plants, you take care of yourself. Paying attention to the things that your plants need, lights, water, sun, are all things that we need ourselves. There's also been studies proven that by working with your hands and working in soil and working with plants, it increases your mood. I think it's really important that we as a people reconnect with nature.
Healing the mind, body, and spirit. There's many ways, many modalities. You could do it either through sound, which is music, healing tones, it's called sound therapy, through herbs, organic produce, non-GMO foods. You can heal yourself through breath, air, by doing fire breaths, breathing. And then you can heal yourself through water as well by taking sacred spiritual baths. So we use the elements to actually heal our body and actually become whole to heal mind, body, and spirit.
Love is really the healer.
Healing through dance, drum.
That's what Congo Square represents, the place where we can come to pray. People can really find and tune in to what their gifts are and envision what we want to see happen and build community. And that's so important because what do we want New Orleans to look like in the next 80 years?
Helping families to be whole, helping us to know the joy of our children, but mostly helping you to know the joy of being who you are uniquely and helping you to get to that place.
Healing the spirit, healing the mind, healing the body, it is all one. That not only as it one for us individually, but it's one universally.
And so when our minds tell us the same thing our bodies tell us, what our spirit is guiding and leading us to, that is wholeness and wellness.
We've got a tremendous battle ahead of us, and I see that it's a spiritual warfare that we're in. It is my hope that the church could return to its authentic purpose and mission in life, and which is healing.
My dream is for us to always be headed towards our full potential, full empowerment. So that's why I turn to what I would call Ashawa. That's Yoruba, it means our custom culture and tradition.
And so I'm looking forward to the future where we can be well, you know, as a people, for this community right here in New Orleans, but for the nation and for the world.
When we as individuals and as a people are able to access the full arc of our history and the fullness of who we are in the contribution of global history, that is where the real power lies.
To heal is put a bandage on it and let it heal for a very long time until I take it off my knee. I see it and it heals.